This is the first GoPro Hero, and it's what I've been using to make helmet cam videos for this channel. However, last year, something caught my eye that I thought was worth trying. This is the Replay XD 1080 Mini, a smaller, slightly stripped down version of the full-sized Replay XD. Today we're going to take a look at the Replay XD's features, and we'll see how it stacks up compared to an original GoPro Hero. Now, while I'd love to compare the 1080 Mini to one of GoPro's newer models, keep in mind that not everyone who has a YouTube channel can drop $400 on a new camera, so we had to work with what we had. So with that out of the way, almost all of my footage is shot in 720p at 60 frames per second, because that's the only 60 FPS mode on either camera. And since I really only use these to do the helmet cam stuff, I find the higher frame rate looks a lot nicer. Now, the Replay XD Mini only has two video modes, the aforementioned 720 60 FPS mode and 1080p at 30 frames per second. I had planned to do a 1080p test, but I'll explain later in the video why I was unable to. As you can see from the clips here, the video quality on the Replay XD is pretty nice. I have had one or two small glitches while filming, but for the most part, there really hasn't been a real problem. The Replay XD also works fairly well in low light settings and at night. The original GoPro, as I found, is pretty much useless at night. Although I understand that the newer models are a little bit better, just go with me on this here. What we're going to do now is a side-by-side video comparison of the two cameras. Keep in mind that these clips are at least a year apart, but the weather conditions are roughly the same, and it's still a pretty good demonstration of what these cameras are able to do.
Ready, watch the gate.
By the way, the only audio you will be hearing is coming from the GoPro. We'll get to the Replay XD's audio a little later on.
Side center final spot going to the double fork airlift. Look to the pony. Moto 2 spot up. Top spot. Checking on with the boys right now. Back to the stride. That Ellie gonna pick it up.
Compared to the GoPro Hero, the video quality of the Replay is actually pretty good, although the color quality from the GoPro is a little more vivid than the Replay is. The Replay also has slight issues with color changing, and it's most noticeable in my footage going in and out of a paved corner. The problem is amplified when I add my normal color filters that I use in almost all of my videos. That problem aside, the video quality really isn't that bad at all. It's very crisp, very clear, and runs very smoothly. But now let's shift gears and talk about the camera audio. This is typically a problem with most action cameras, and the GoPro audio has always notoriously not been that great. Yes, I'm aware the newer ones are a lot better than the original, just bear with me here. Both of these cameras suffer from wind noise problems, but in very different ways. Going back to the GoPro, even with the quite obvious wind noise, you can still make out a lot of ambient stuff going around in the background. Bike noises, noises from the crowd, the announcer. You can even hear the cadence and the gate dropping for the next moto behind me.
Side center final spot going to the double fork airlift.
Moving on to the Replay XD. The internal microphone is actually not too bad when you're standing still. The problem begins at about 4 miles an hour. Yep, loads and loads of really harsh wind noise, rendering all the footage completely useless. Now, someone in the Replay XD office thought about this and came up with a solution. The Replay XD comes with a sheet of windshield stickers that can be placed over the mic hole. And here is the result. The best part is I don't even have to lower the audio to talk over it here. It is comically quiet. In all the videos that I've used the replay in, I have had to add audio filters to try to enhance the noise a little bit. I can't imagine that if you're on a motorcycle or a track car, the noise from those might come through the wind noise. But on a bicycle, the windshield lowers everything down to a whisper, and you really can't hear anything. Well, that is rather annoyingly, apart from some wind noise. I like the 1080 Mini quite a bit. On the plus side, the image quality is very good, and it is very, very compact and lightweight. I had this camera on my helmet for a 2-hour mountain bike ride, and at times forgot it was on. I also like how the camera vibrates when you turn it on and start recording. When it's on your helmet, there's absolutely no question what button you've pressed. The GoPro I have beeps, which not only sounds like a bomb, but in the real world is not always the easiest thing to make out. However, the audio problems for the replay are a real downer, and the provided solution goes too far in the opposite direction and really doesn't make anything better. But that's not all for the Replay XD. In preparation for this video, I had planned to bring this camera on a mountain bike ride to see how the 1080p footage looked. However, on the day, the camera broke. While it powered on, the camera refused to start recording. And when I got home and tried to see what the problem was, it stopped working altogether. I am still trying to work things out as I make this video, but I only had this camera for exactly 12 months. Unlike my original spec GoPro Hero, which after 4 years of ownership and heavy use, still works like the day it left the factory. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you watched it all the way through, thank you so much. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to this channel with the button that has just appeared on your screen. I will be making a lot more BMX related videos in 2017. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you are interested. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.